So hi friends, I welcome you all at RBI Grade B. As you know that we were covering your syllabus from this functional knowledge part, we have missed a video and we have not covered this laboratory ecosystem in India. So in this video we will cover, and this is very important for your upcoming exam for the post of CFSO, Technical Officer Assistant Director, right? Before moving ahead, I would like to inform you that we were providing our course at ₹1699. Now we are providing this course at 70% off, and we are covering all these things. For more updates, you can visit our website www.grigradeb.com. Now we will start with this. This food testing laboratory under this Food Safety Standard Authority of India works under this section 43(1) of Food Safety 2006. So when you are learning about this Food Safety 2006 Act, and I have made more videos on it, you will find that this 43 section is dealt with the notification of laboratories and research institutions accredited by this National Accreditation Board for Testing and Calibration Laboratory, that is known as NABARD, and any type of other accreditation agency for the purpose of carrying out analysis sample by the food analysis. As you know that this Food Safety Act or Food Safety Authority is deal with the food safety in our country. So if you are dealing with food safety, then any type of adulteration, any type of poisonous matter which is being mixed with the food, how will you define, how will you identify that this food is adulterated or this food is not up to the standard set by this authority? So for testing, they have formed various laboratories under India. So you have to remember 2 or 3 points from here. First of all, laboratories are defined under section 43 of 1 under this Food Safety Act 2006. Now, the testing laboratory that will analyze sample for legal compliances there are various types of laboratory. Out of this, you will learn about this State Food Public Health Laboratory, Referral Food Laboratory, and the laboratory which has been notified by this authority, and the last one is the Mobile Food Testing Laboratory. This was an initiative recently taken by the government. Recently mean in 2 or 3 years back they have taken this initiative. Now, what are the multiple functions played by this testing laboratories? We will discuss. The first one is these laboratories will enforce food law by virtue of testing food against the prescribed quality. For example, any product, we will consider this dairy product, and they have set this product at the level that this dairy product should have this much of chemical, this much of fat, this much of water. So these laboratory will check that whatever dairy product you have provided, is manufactured by this food business operator, and this is checked by this laboratory. So by checking, what they are doing, they are enforcing the law. The law is 2006 Food Safety Act. Now, in second case, in surveillance and monitoring activities, they are also ensuring compliances of the food product against the laid down standard. Right? What they are doing surveillance, they are doing monitoring, and they are checking the standard of the food which is set. Now, they will also assist in testing of imported food. We will learn about this imported food when I will make my next video, because it is very important. And there is nothing in this import food. There is a clause and there are certain conditions which we will discuss in our video. But I remember I have already made a video on this, and I have covered this point. So you can see my video for this. Now, they are also assisting in testing of imported food, thereby ensure transparent mechanism of trade and also compliance to the national regulations. Now, they are also doing risk assessment activities for reviewing, existing and developing new food safety standard. Now, as per the Annexure 3 of this Food Safety and Standard, Licensing and Registration of Food Business Regulator 2001, all the food business operator must ensure testing of relevant chemical and microbiological contaminant in their food product in accordance with the regulation under this Act, and they frequently required on the basis of the historical data and risk assessment to ensure production and delivery of the safe food through own or NABL accredited food safety standard authority notified lab at least once in a 6 months. So it's a practice, and it is defined under this food safety and standard licensing and registration. Under this food business operator will do some checking at their end, and this checking should be according to the FSS regulation, and on the basis of this historical data, whatever this food business operator has checked or covered, risk assessment to ensure production and delivery of safe food through a own NABL accredited food safety notified labs at least once in a 6 months. So they will send this data once in a 6 months to this NABL accredited laboratory. So this is a guideline which is defined under this Food Safety and Standard Licensing and Registration of Food Business Regulation 2011. Now we will see what type of structure we are following in our country for this food testing laboratory. So this food testing laboratory has 3, that is the state or public food laboratories, referral laboratories, and NABL under this ISO 17025 accredited laboratories. Under this state public food laboratories, they will function under this state and union territory, and they will utilize primary analysis of the sample by the food analysis under the 2006 Act. Is this referral laboratory? This is notified by this authority, and the purpose for referral laboratory testing under this 2000 Act or Rule Regulation 2011, that is analysis of appeal sample, these comes under this various ministries and department, and this last one is notified also by the authority, and the main purpose is for primary analysis of sample by the food analysis under Food Safety Act 2006. So I will explain you all these laboratory in detail, and you have to remember 1 or 2 points when I will tell you about this. So let me come to this slide, then you will able to understand better that what are the role of these types of laboratory in their respective fields. Now, there are 3 laboratories that is recognized or notified, that is National Accreditation Board laboratory, we can say, and this is according to the ISO 17025-2017, and these are accredited food testing laboratory, and we can we can categorize these laboratory in 3 parts. The first one is primary food testing laboratory, the second is referral food laboratory, or the third one is a reference food laboratory. So we will see, first of all, this primary food testing laboratory, these can be a notified food laboratory or research institution, and this is accredited by the National Accreditation Board for Testing and Calibration Laboratory or any other accreditation agency, and they are total in number 142 at present, and the total NABL accredited food laboratories in India. So there are 142 presently in our country, and its main purpose is to carry out analysis for sample by the food analyst. Now, the referral laboratory. So you have to remember 2 or 3 points which I will tell you. First of all, this food laboratory was established or recognized by the notification by the Food Authority under the subsection 2 of section 43. So this 43 is related to the laboratory. You have to remember this point. And under this subsection 2, this referral food laboratory was notified by this Food Authority. Now, The food authority recognizes referral food laboratory for the purpose. You have to remember under which section and what is the main purpose. Purpose is to carrying out analysis of appeal samples. Remember this word, appeal sample. How? This referral laboratory analyze the food samples sent by the designated officer. And who is that designated officer? A SDM rank officer in their respective food. So this is sent by the designated officer or any authority authorized by the food authority and submit the certificate of the analysis to the concerned authority in addition to, and the laboratory will ensure interest rate too. Right. Now, this is the mobile laboratory. This laboratory was launched by the authority on December 2017 and it was first launched in Goa. It is a mobile food testing laboratory and it is also known as the Food Safety on Wheel, that is FSW. Its main purpose is to reach out to consumer for food safety, training and awareness generation, and to make available food testing to remote area. We have already talked about this primary food laboratories. Now, this is the reference laboratory. What we have learned, this is a referral, this is a reference. It is a food laboratory and it is referred in the regulation 3 of Food Safety and Standard Laboratory and Sampling Analysis Regulation 2011. Now, authority has recognized this national reference laboratory to set up a country-wide standard for routine procedure, for validation of such standard procedure, testing method, development of new method, and ensuring proficiency and testing across the food laboratories with a special reference to the risk of food category. So the work of this reference laboratory is different from this referral laboratory. Under this referral laboratory, the sample is sent by the designated officer or SDM rank officer or any authority which was authorized by the food authority. And in this case, what they are doing? They are developing routine procedure, they are validating standard, they are developing a new method and ensuring proficiency in testing, and they are also working on risk or food analysis of the risk analysis of the food. So, purpose or objective of this reference food laboratory is different. What can be the function of this reference laboratory? The first function is it will be a source center for provision of information for certified reference material and reference material. If you are doing testing of any food, so what type of material can be used? So it is referred by this reference laboratory. They also develop a standard for routine testing procedure and reliable testing method. They also provide technical support in the area of competency, and they also evaluate the performance of other notified laboratories. And the main purpose of this reference laboratory, they coordinate exchange of information among notified food laboratories. There are various laboratories at country, at national level or state level or UT level. So what they do, they exchange information and try to make coordination between all the laboratories. Now, they also collaborate for data generation among the network of notified food laboratories and referral food laboratories here, collate the data related to their specific domain. And any other function that may be specified by food authority is also done by this reference laboratory. So the purpose and objective of this reference laboratory is quite different from this referral laboratory. Now, there are 2 or 3 things which you have to remember. The first one is this is the InfoNet, that is known as the Indian Food Laboratory, and you can remember that what is the purpose of this InfoNet or what is the objective of this. And this InfoNet is a web-based enabled system, and it connects all the food laboratories in the country to build a repository of lab reports. So it is very important. Whatever lab report, test report is generated by the different laboratories, they collect it and they provide these laboratory on the web page, that is at a one place. And it also gives access to Food Safety Standard Authority as well as the non-authority approved laboratory to publish their test report online. For example, if you have given any test you have sent your sample for testing in any laboratory, and you are not able to get this report physically. So this laboratory report was uploaded by the particular laboratory on this website, and you can access this report from there, right? And all types of sample, namely compliance, surveillance, enforcement, import and citizen in real time, so that this information is readily available to Food Safety Standards Authority for their verification and analysis. This is also the work done by this network. It can work online as well, online version, and cater to mobile also. It is a feature. It is a feature of this network. Now, this InfoNet will have a network labs connected to centralized system, and this is known as lab management system, and it is known as the backbone of this InfoNet, right? Now, what are the benefits? You can have test data on real-time basis. You can have risk analysis, you can have risk profiling, product location and FPOs. You can have a uniform parametric testing across all facilities for all products. You can know how of lab capabilities and identification of need for capacity building, reskilling, better surveillance planning, implementing product standard, transparency in sampling procedure, and need analysis of lab requirement at particular geographical location for particular food product testing facility. Now, this is the very important point. This is known as a RAFT, and this is launched by the government on 27th meeting on 4th February 2019, and it is known as the Rapid Analytical Food Testing Kit Equipment Method. Under this, Food Authority may provide under this discussion or meeting, Food Authority have approved a rapid analytical food testing kit, equipment or method for the purpose of testing. So you can understand that if you want to check any food sample instantly, so this kit is very useful for this point. And this is a kit or equipment or method for the purpose of food testing approved by the Food Safety Authority, and it meets the requirement of the food safety and standard regulation and is validated against the international standard. So what are the purpose? Purpose are, it will facilitate carrying out on the spot field testing by the food safety officer, or mobile testing, like which I have told you earlier, and it will improve the speed and reduce testing cost in laboratory. If you are sending your sample to the lab, and it will take some time, it will take some cost. So this rapid analytical food testing will reduce your time and cost also. And the rapid food testing kit or equipment method ensure faster, better, cheaper, real-time testing of food. If you go by the word, it is sending fast. It is cheaper because directly you can have your result in a very short time, or you can say that on a real-time basis you can test your food. And the rapid food testing kit equipment method are better in terms of their size, faster in terms of their total run time, and cheaper in terms of cost effectiveness as compared to the conventional method. Now, the rapid food testing kit equipment approved by the Food Safety Authority to be used for screening and samples. Definitely, if it is launched by the authority, then you can use only the equipment or kit that is authorized or approved by this authority for this screening and surveillance. So friends, it was all from my side today, and I will make a video on this capacity building and training, and I will upload this soon. So till then, thank you and happy learning. पढ़ते रहिए, मेहनत करते रहिए.